Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 227. Episode 227 of Tuck Rule Takes. I'm about to say something I haven't said much recently. The gang is all here this episode, guys. Mike.
Damn right.
Mike, Liam's here. You just heard him. And we have our resident educator, Al, fresh off the Celtics game where he was just at, which if you're watching, you see the green light behind me. That is in honor of the Celtics. I will change it to yellow midway through in honor of the Bruins starting their playoff run this today as well. We are recording this Sunday, April 19th. But gentlemen, we are all here. I'm not going to parse words. This is the draft episode, so I do want to get into it quick, but I want to ask you guys anything. How we doing? We feeling good? Al, how you doing coming out? Are you still coming off the high of the Celtics win over the Sixers today?
Oh yeah, it was a dismantling of that joke of a franchise this year in the 76ers. Liam is shaking his head. I don't know why, because oh wait, I do, because he's a 76er fan. You clown. You absolute clown. But listen, I told Mike this off air, so I'll tell Liam. The best part about it is my fiance and I are leaving. We're driving and we're drive by the Legends Club on the bottom floor. And who walks in front of my car but our Lord and Savior, Brad Stevens, walks right in front. So that was pretty cool.
Crazy.
That
No
was,
shit.
yeah,
That's
that was a
crazy,
cool
man.
little moment. You just give him a little good job, Brad. Didn't really respond, which I didn't expect, but it's okay.
Gives you the
But
finger. You're like, thanks, Brad. You
yeah,
have a great
Like,
one.
oh,
yeah, thanks,
okay.
man. But yeah, 30-point win, and yeah, we're cruising, boys. We're vibing right now. Straight up vibes.
Yes, we are. Look at you, straight up vibes, vibing and whatnot. I love it. I love it. Liam, I know you're doing well. I don't even have to ask that. You're just the beacon of sunshine and positivity. So I know you're doing well. All right. So unless you guys have anything else to get off your chest, I feel like we're getting into it, right? Draft episode.
Yes.
The draft is April 23rd. So hopefully you are listening to this before the draft. But yeah, I figured, um, Al, since
Yes.
since you know, kind of, I want to get you into the swing of things and everything. I
Hmm.
feel like with the Patriots' first round pick, pick number 31, because they did just make the Super Bowl, in case people forgot. I feel like you should kick us off, and then maybe we'll kind of go around. So like you go first this time, then
Yep.
Liam, then me, then you, Liam, me, and everything. So as long as we're all okay with that, I think we got to do it. Al, you're on the clock, buddy. What do you got?
Okay, so with the first round, pick number 31 for our AFC champion New England Patriots after three woeful seasons. I have the New England Patriots taking an edge rusher, a position of need, a position of necessity for that matter. I have them taking Zion Young, edge out of Missouri. He's long, he's athletic. He was first team All SEC last year. It fills a need at an edge rusher position. So I figure, you know what? Get it out of the way. Kid's an athlete. Kid was a stud. Bring him in and keep improving that defense.
I mean, that is a great pick. He was my number one pick for months there. For months. So oh my God. You see Liam's name? He just changed it to Liam
Oh,
Draft
he's
Daddy
had that.
McVay.
He's
Oh,
had
it's
that since
been
the
like
beginning.
that.
Yeah.
What a son of a bitch. All right. So Al, you have Zion Young. That's your name to throw into the pool. And just to explain to people how we're going to do this, the three of us did a mock draft on our own. So we are going to give each pick to each other. We're going to have a quick little discussion, and whoever we come up with, whoever we think collectively as the brain trust of Tuck Rule Takes, whoever we think is the best, that is going to go as the Tuck Rule Takes mock draft pick. So I'll post all these afterwards. I'll post the three of our mock drafts as well as what the official Tuck Rule Take one is as well. But just kind of filling people in, realize I didn't tell people how we were going to do it, so they just hear us yelling out names and all that. This is not a discussion. This is a serious thing. This is very important. So, Liam, you are next. Al said Zion Young. Who do you got for the Patriots first pick, the 31st pick in the first round?
So this is a tough one. I actually have four guys. I couldn't really figure it out, so it's nice that I did that. I can kind of bounce it off at least what Al has already said here, and try and go otherwise. I did not have Zion on my board, though I love the name. I'm really like, I'm a names guy. As I'm going through here, I'd look for intimidation as well as the intimidation lining up with the player factor. But Zion, that's a empowering name. I dig it. Not the diehard fan of him as a prospect, but he's certainly not bad by any means. I wouldn't be mad if we ended up getting him. So basically, before I get into it, let me just lay out my overall draft needs in order from 1 through 5. First one, top priority, obviously offensive line. Second priority, edge rusher. We're just like not very deep at all. And I didn't realize that until I jumped into this and saw how little we had there. Third priority, wide receiver. Fourth priority, tight end. Fifth priority, linebacker, because no one really runs the ball, so we don't need to stop the run. Um, so with that, I I was really stuck here. I don't wanna throw out a couple options for fear of ripping one away from Mike here. So I'm just gonna go with the guy that I would probably go with. And it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be lame. It's not super exciting. But fucking hell, if this isn't a freak of a man, I'm going with offensive tackle out of the road running University of Georgia, Monroe Freeling. This guy is a house. 6'7", 315 pounds is all I have to offer you. He's an offensive lineman. There are no pancake stats. I am giving you his measurables. He is a monster human being.
Yeah, I mean that he was on God, you're gonna hear this a lot this episode, people. He was on my board. Um
Yeah.
the
Send me
only
your board, by the
reason
way. I want to look at it while I'm looking. Actually, no, it might spoil stuff. Maybe we shouldn't. But like,
no, it won't. I'll send it to you right now.
okay,
Or
cool,
right after I explain this one, I'll shoot it over while you do
sweet.
the second rounder. Freeling to me, the only reason he isn't the one I went with, I don't think he's gonna be there, dude. Like kind of
Yeah,
like
I
looking
was
at
wondering
it,
that.
especially like this week leading up to the draft, or I guess last week, if you're listening to this, you started to hear that there might be a run on tackles in the first round.
Okay,
So
because I couldn't get a gauge where he was going.
yeah, well, that's the thing because this draft is so quote unquote weak. A lot of people could jump up around, they could fall around, like all this stuff. But it seems like tackles are going to kind of go quick. We'll see. Love that pick. The dude is huge. If you can get him, if you have him playing opposite Will Campbell, that'd be incredible. Al, did
Yeah.
Freeling come across your thoughts at all when you were doing it?
He didn't, but you know what? If you can get that big of a guy to help you on that offensive line, I'm all for it. And a great name too. Another solid name. Just you gotta throw
Yeah.
that up there too.
Freeling,
Yeah.
oh,
I
just
dig
good
it.
stuff.
Monroe Freeling. Like it's
It
just something you want to say.
it just asserts dominance. That's what it is.
It
Yeah, it
does. It
does.
does, man. It does. All right. So I'm writing these down too, so I'll be able to kind of jot them all down afterwards and get them on a list and whatnot. But Al, you got Zion Young. Liam, you got Monroe Freeling. Mike, I have. This is the guy I've had probably since I started doing mock drafts. Al, great minds, Zion Young. I think we can all agree it's either the top or second or 1B need of this team. Al, you brought up a lot of stuff with him, but he does everything, man. He can play in the dirt. He can get his hand up. He can kind of go wherever you need him to go. He can diagnose screens. He's quick. They say he played at 262. He said he's going to get that weight down or kind of, control it a little bit. So not worried. The only con with him is his explosiveness. His get off time isn't as good as others, but what you hear about him, what everybody says is that can be coached. He's a rookie. Get him in the strength and training, program, whatever you got going on, and just help him get that extra kind of get off. So yeah, I'm going Zion Young, even if there might be someone else there. Like no one mentioned it. There might be a receiver there. There might be another tackle, even if it's not Freeling. There might be someone else there. Listen, man, you have a tackle right now. So if someone like a surefire, whatever isn't there, I think you go with Zion Young because you need the pass rusher help. He can get to the quarterback. His motor is good. Like he's the guy for me. So right now, the two guys in the pool are Zion Young and Monroe Freeling. So kind of who do you guys want to go with? Do you want to go with the tackle now? Or do you want to go with the edge rusher?
Man,
I
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I got outvoted 2-1, so obviously it should obviously go to you guys. But give me the sales pitch here, because the film's fine. But like, what's the draw other than a really cool name?
I
What's
mean,
the draw?
the draw is, first of all, played high level competition. Second of all, was first team all SEC in that competition. And third of all, you can have him on the other side of like a Harold Landry or something like that. And then you add it with Christian Barmore and Milton Williams. Now imagine, offensive lines trying to game plan for that against the Patriots. Like that's kind of hard. And especially with Zion Young too, who gets to the quarterback, I don't want to say so effortlessly, but he can get around offensive linemen quickly and doesn't give up if he gets chipped a little bit, gets blocked a little bit. The guy's a gamer, the guy's a dog. Straight up
Yeah,
dog.
I got you.
Braden
These
Swinson
are
was first team All SEC, and he didn't do fucking
so
anything
so
for
so. Let me
us.
tell you, these were two things that I jotted down in my little notes app that had nothing to do with the Excel sheet that I'm going to send you. But Rush, he can actually play against the run as well. He's not a liability against the run. He can shed blockers. He can get to the guy. He when he gets to the guy, he can tackle as well. This was the thing that really kind of solidified it for me. He plays with a nasty streak that offensive linemen hate. Finishes through contact, plays through the whistle. I know that everybody says they do that, but when that is something that every scout writes down, along with the fact that you can get to the passer, along with the fact that you can still be on the field in rush defense, his ceiling is an every down player that can not only stop the run but can give you double-digit sacks every year. So, and I think with the Patriots strength and conditioning program, it's clearly kind of revamped since Vrabel and company came here. So that's my thing with him. I maybe this is just like the AJ Brown effect where I've always liked him, but yeah, that's why I'm going with him.
Okay,
So
so ceiling is like really good, like double digit sacks every year. The ceiling is not Miles Garrett or obviously like a
well, no
generational
one is
stud.
that.
Right.
Ceiling is Pro
There are
Bowl.
some people that are that. Okay,
Ceiling is Pro Bowl. If he can
yeah.
obviously develop into what he can be, yeah, he's going to get Pro Bowl votes every year.
So
But
like, what's a double digit sack Pro Bowl guy like Robert Mathis back in the day or something of the sort? Somebody who's like super sick that you never really talked about,
Yeah,
something
you
like
could say
that.
that. Could say that.
could be,
Is that
could be. I
maybe a
don't
little
know.
too high of a ceiling for him?
No, no,
Justin
I think I
Houston.
I think I think that's fine. I think anybody
Okay.
who plays meaningful snaps, stacks the quarterback, impacts the game, and gets Pro Bowl votes, that's at a position of need, especially, that would be how I would describe him. He's not undersized or anything. He's a big guy. He can get to the quarterback, like I said. The only thing, because with all these draft guys, there's going to have to be something that has to be coached, is just his explosiveness immediately off the line. That's all. Just has to get a little stronger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the main thing. But that's
All
that's
right,
my
that's our
selling point
guy.
for him. You like him?
Yeah, that'll do.
All
Zion,
right.
that'll do, donkey. The thing is, Liam, I will tell you though, if if I thought your guy would be there, Freeling, I may have switched because I really like
Yeah.
him. The dude's huge, but it's just
Yeah, see,
like
I had no gauge of where he's going. It
he could
seemed
he
I didn't
could be
hear any
there.
first round chatter, so
No, that's the thing with these guys. It's either you hear, oh, late first, early second, but if there's a run on whatever, he could go early. And it's like, God damn, like shit. Which I guess is good. That means the player's good, but I don't know. So I'm putting down Zion Young for our
Love it.
pick. Good.
Yep.
Cool. Second round, the Patriots have the 63rd pick in the second round. They only have one second rounder. Liam, this will be your time to to go first.
alrighty. So again, I have a fucking million guys here. But um there's one name that particularly sticks out for pick number 63 here. Um and I'm very interested to see if you guys say any of the other guys on my board because I'd love to talk about those guys. But this guy I want to talk about a lot more. And I want you guys to level with me here when I say there's absolutely no bias in this selection at all. I truly would give my life for this man. And he also, the name factor, another one, very intimidating name, really cool. Akeem Mesidor. He's getting a lot of first round chatter now. I've heard this, but I don't think he's a first round guy. If anything, he'd get taken before our pick in the second round. I don't think he's going in the first round. If there's any hope and prayer that this guy is still on the board because he's picking up traction, I would scoop this guy up in a heartbeat. Led the ACC in sacks. Mesidor, not Ruben Bain, though I would do anything to get Ruben Bain on this team. This guy is incredible. Really, like the only downside, every time I look at every scouting report, every opinion of this guy, every talking head on TV, the only downside is, well, he's going to be 26 by the time the season starts. And I don't care. If he's going to play till he's 36, this is going to be an awesome ride. I look forward to the name Akeem Mesidor on Sundays for the Patriots. Fires me up.
I mean, Al comments on Akeem Mesidor. I love him.
He's fucking awesome.
I mean, if he's as good as Liam's saying he is, bring
Well,
it
he
here.
went to the most prestigious university in the land. It's not easy.
Ah,
It's not easy to get into a school like that. And, he headlined a national championship team. So
he did.
I love him.
bookended.
I love that pick. I love Akeem Mesidor. Yeah, he was like early on, he was mocked to be like top 15. Then all of a sudden it was top 20, top 25. Then it was like he might slide out of the first round. It's like, again, it's just this draft. Like
Yeah.
it's not like a set in stone thing. Yeah, no, I love Akeem Mesidor. Huge fan of
Yeah.
him. So
Now he's getting like first round chatter, and I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I think everyone sees Ruben Bain, and for good reason, because Ruben Bain is that Hall of Fame standard that you see. He's Jalen Carter. He's a
mhm.
generational prospect, and he loves to recklessly drive, which if Georgia's shown us anything is going to work out wildly well in his careers.
The thing with these mock drafts as well, we did not incorporate any trades into them, but
None.
you could still say, so like we could say, yeah, Messidor's the pick, but they could, even if he may not be there at 63, they could package some picks up and get up there and get him. Like say he's there at 37, 38, 40, whatever. It's like, we can't just let this guy go. Like, let's see who's there. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of wiggle room with this, which kind of makes me think that a lot of the mock drafts are going to be completely wrong with how they did
Oh,
this.
yeah.
But yeah, so, all right, I got yours down, Akeem Mesidor. Yeah, my second, this one could be considered reaching, I guess. We're going offense. All right. This guy has been shooting up the draft board. Al, I saw you nod, so you probably know who I'm talking about. Georgia tight end Oscar Delp. He started this whole offseason, whatever thing, as like a fourth, fifth rounder. Then the combine came. He shot up to like a, early fourth, maybe third. And now the more and more you hear him, you hear the Eagles might take him at 54 or 56, whatever pick they have in the second round. So I'm going Oscar Delp, but this will be one where I can be swayed off it because we can maybe take him a little later. But yeah, I mean, the dude can catch whatever he wants. I mean, he's got what? Catch rate is 75% for his career. That's very good. Pass protection, it can get better, but he still shows, some guts still trying to do it. Yeah, this is really going to be more of your offensive minded tight end who can still block. Like he's not Travis Kelce out there, But yeah, Oscar Delp, that is my guy.
Yeah,
I thought he was going later.
That's the thing, but see, that's why the Patriots picked 96th. I think he'll be gone before then. So that's why I was saying this could be a reach. I think it'll be
Yeah.
worth it if they do it. But yeah, I wanted to get him in
Okay.
there. They also had Oscar Delp in for a 30 visit. So
Yeah.
I am going to be kind of throwing that out here and there. Zion Young as well. They met with him at the combine and they had him for 30. Don't worry, my whole draft isn't just 30 visit people. I'm just saying.
I have a couple of them too, so I don't blame you.
By the way, I'm sending you the uh the thing right now, Liam. So you'll get that in a
Thank
second.
you. What to my email?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got it. But anyways, Al, that's mine. So Messidor, Oscar Delp, who you got, sir?
So I went with defense again, and I actually went at linebacker because there was a prospect that kind of intrigued me a little bit. And that prospect is Jake Golday from Cincinnati. Big dude, really big dude, 6'5", 240,
Mhm.
can cover in the passing game well, good tackler in the running game. And I think that's just kind of what the Patriots want. Guys that can tackle well and guys that can kind of do multiple things. And again, had a really good career where he played Cincinnati. So that's the pick. Keeping it short and sweet.
Yeah. I mean, he was on mine for a little bit. I like him too. They do obviously need a linebacker. I think we all kind of mentioned that, spoke about it. So yeah, I wouldn't hate that either. Fuck, this is a tough one. So I will graciously bow out with my Oscar Delp one, just letting everybody know. I think maybe we can get him later on if someone else has him. If they don't, then they just don't get Oscar Delp. It is what it is.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I think it's between Messador and Gold Day. So yeah, I don't know. You guys want to kind of fight it out, and we'll kind of sell us on it for a couple minutes, and then that's it. We'll see what happens. I think I know who I want to go with though.
Liam, you really like Messador? You like him a lot, right?
Please. I would name my firstborn son Akeem Messador.
I think we go with Messador this round.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we do.
Linebacker was the last need on my board, so I didn't have that up there.
That's fine.
Yeah. I wrote it down. I mean, I literally started writing it down right as you were like Liam, blah, blah, blah. Like
So
I figured.
I was surprised, I guess, for some of my other second round pick guys. I just want to throw some names out there.
Mhm.
Hopefully it doesn't ruin what we have coming up. But
Nope.
Eli Stowers, a ton of talk about this dude. It has been
Yep.
linked to the Patriots as well.
Yep.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
He's not a big blocker. He's more of
Not
like
at all.
your
He actually doesn't
he's
block.
he's more of your Travis Kelce. And I don't mean to keep talking down about Travis Kelce, even though he deserves it. These prospects don't. But yeah, I would be fine with that. Like if he came here, but it's just I don't know. I feel like we're all kind of tight end guys here. I feel like you I feel like you kind of like it more when, your tight ends can block. So I
Yeah,
would still love it
but
though. Like
former
I wouldn't hate.
quarterback, it just seemed very fitting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Imagine like the trick plays you can do. Yeah, he's on mine too. Eli Stowers, yeah, Vanderbilt got him on there. Um, did you have any other ones? I have a bunch of receivers that could have been taken in this round, like a fair amount of receivers.
Yeah, I had the Tennessee wide receiver.
Yep. Brazel or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brazel's there. Malachi Fields is another one that was on there.
Mhm.
This was the round. You know that Jennings Dunker dude who has the mullet, who played for where Iowa. I guess he's a tackle, but he's got kind of short arms, so he might be a guard. He's on
No.
this list too. Yeah, people like fell in love with him around the combine just because he looks like an offensive lineman. Like he has
Nice.
that
Yeah,
look
I
to him.
love the aesthetic.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't have them on here. This another guy, this is where Al Liam and I were talking about guards last week.
Mhm.
Emmanuel Pregnant and Chase Basantis, they could have been taken in this round too, because I guess
Yeah.
guards are shooting up the draft board, but
Yeah,
we
I
don't know
liked
what's going on.
Keelan Rutledge out of Georgia Tech.
Yes. Yep.
Baller. Although now they're saying first round guy for him, but if he slipped into the second, like I would eat that up. Guard center kind of guy, only allowed two
Yes.
sacks in like 43 games, and Georgia Tech runs the shit out of the football.
Mhm.
Dude, that's the thing you don't know because like I said, like the first round it could be a run on tackles. Then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, like the Patriots are like, well, shit, we want to get some sort of an offensive lineman, so let's get
Yeah, it has to change
whoever.
there. They have to
You
pivot.
know,
Yeah.
like yeah, I feel like maybe the later rounds will be a little bit easier to like
Yeah,
predict
I
or
do have some
whatever. But
tackles late as well.
yeah, no, I mean they met with some tackles there. So okay, cool. So far we got the Patriots doing Zion Young, and Akeem Messador. I'll tell you, that's a top three defense if you add those guys to this defense. So like, I am ready to go. And gentlemen, I'm going to stick with the theme of defense for the third round pick. So with the Patriots third round 96th 95th pick, I am going Kamari Ramsey, safety out of USC. The Patriots did meet with this dude at the combine, so this is someone they're aware of at least. Layman's terms, what this guy is, he's a Devin McCourty that can also play in the box. No, I'm not saying that he's going to be Devin McCourty or whatever, but that's his thing. He can cover. He can diagnose plays really well. He's good with kind of the split safety look, which is what the Patriots like to do. Which is why they sent what's his name Peppers pack in, because he was more of your kind of a specific type of a
Thumper.
safety.
Mhm.
This guy can do it all. He can still hit. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, this guy. I mean, all the draft things on him is he can be a reliable starter that contributes early. So they had the Patriots signed Kevin Byard, which awesome. We all liked that, but they need to reload at the position. Kamari Ramsey, he played at USC, so he played in, a school that plays legitimate competition. That's my guy. That's why I hope the Patriots take. We're sticking with defense apparently so far.
Yeah, I didn't realize we only have two safeties on the board here. That I was like on the roster. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
like we definitely need backups.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
get one at some point, but
Yeah, it
yeah.
changed my draft game plan. I was like, fuck, now I got to take one.
God damn. Yep, that's my guy, Kamari Ramsey. Book it.
All right. All right. Oh,
No, it's you now.
Well,
All
okay.
you.
Just making sure. So we're gonna have our first repeat here in the sense of somebody that we've already mentioned. It actually is a guy with the dude that's fist bumping right now. It's one of Mike's guys. It's tight end Oscar Delp. I took him in the third round. I decided, you know what? I think he's going to drop a little bit. And obviously, the big thing that we talk about with Oscar Delp is he's probably going to be the Hunter Henry replacement at some point when Hunter Henry hangs it up or they let him go after his contract. So you know what? You might as well get his replacement now, and you might as well run that two tight end system. And I know you got Julian Hill in the offseason too, but make it be Hunter Henry, and then you bring in Oscar Delp for other different situations. Big guy, good hands, good feet. So I mean, bring him in if he's still there in the third round.
Yeah, I got nothing to say on him. I like Oscar Delp, so I'm fine with that.
yeah, it's Brock Bowers light, and if he's even an 18th of Brock Bowers, that's gonna be really fucking good. So like, yeah, I totally understand the appeal there. This is probably more likely where I thought he would end up. So I wouldn't be mad at this at all. He wasn't on my board, but I totally understand he would be good.
Yep.
I did have a different tight end for this round, though he's not going to be my selection. But it was Sam Rush, tight end out of Stanford. Yeah, baller. He's not my choice. Don't write it down. But this was a guy I really pondered over taking in this round. I ended up going against it, and I dug into a player one of the Patriots had in for the visit. It was Zaki Wheatley, safety out of Penn State. I think this guy is a baller. His tape is so much fun to watch. What was it? He was tied for the team with picks last year. This past year, honorable mention, all Big Ten conference guy. Just fucking fun to watch. Classic safeties out there diving for interceptions and whatnot. Definitely has some flaws, but in the grand scheme of things, I like the dude. He's decisive, physical, reads plays very well. That's all I'm looking for in a safety.
Oh, fuck. I almost went with him too, but then for some reason I was like,
Yeah.
let me pick the other safety that I have
Yeah, hey.
on my list there.
Since they had him in for a 30
Damn.
visit, I was like, there's some merit to it. They Penn State's defense was pretty damn good too. Like I was like, why not? It's almost a blue blood program, I would say, almost.
This is tough because I love Delp, but Wheatley is so good too. Like I don't know. I pretty much kicked my Kamari Ramsey pick to the side. Like just once again, I'll bow out with that one. Like I want him. He's still on my mock, but god damn.
I
Fuck,
think
yeah,
we.
I don't.
So,
What
huh?
do you
All I was
think?
gonna say was I think we got to go Delp here. Go offense. You got to bring someone in offensively.
I'd
Want
be
to go
more
offense?
willing to concede because I did have a tight end being picked in the third round as well, though it wasn't
Yeah.
Delp. But
Right.
just like the 30 visit, maybe I'm blinded by the fact that they have him in. I have a
Mhm.
feeling that they're going to take him. So as long as we recognize that I had him being selected, we can go with the tight end, but let the record show that when we inevitably draft Wheatley, that I was right. That's really all I care about. I think I
Okay.
I was shooting 30% in the draft last year, which is higher than both of you guys, and I would like
I,
to
Yep.
build on that.
I don't know about that. I thought I had
Oh
a
yeah,
high percentage last year.
yeah, but it wasn't as high as mine. You're you
Uh,
you were. I'm sure yours was cute. It was like 21 or
oh, cute.
something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but like
Okay. Okay.
draft daddy gets the big piece of chicken. So
That's
Draft
a good
daddy gets
one.
a big piece of chicken. Jesus.
All right, I put it
God.
down. Oscar Delp. Listen, like I'm happy. I can go home happy now. I go with Oscar Delp's on the board. I
okay,
That would
so
be incredible.
let's go over the board here. What do we got as our official picks? We have offensive no edge.
Edge, offensive
Yep.
lineman.
No, we have Zion
Or
Young, Akeem Messador, and Oscar Delp. Those are the
Okay,
two
so we
guys we
have
went with
two
so far.
edges.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
two
two
edges.
edges.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
though Zion Young can kind of get his hand up, you can move him around a little bit. Still an edge guy, but not quite
Yeah.
just like your strict whatever. But yeah, so we have two edges and a tight end. So do with that info
Okay.
what you will. We'll go from there. Other guys in the third round. One guy that a lot of people were talking about, Romello Height. Patriots had him in for a 30 visit from Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Even if someone had him on there, just with how our board has fallen, guys, we can't do three edge
No,
guys for
fuck
the
no.
first three picks.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't
Nope.
even feel good about two.
I don't either, but these guys are so good. So like, one of them is going to be right. I think whether
Yeah.
it's you switch the spots where they trade up, whatever it happens to be. I think one of them is going to be right.
We're hedging our bet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's where we're at. And then we got Oscar Delp, who I think, if you're someone who doesn't watch college football or doesn't kind of like look around for it, like I don't, you got to obviously go back and look at the tape from him. This guy should help the Patriots offense immensely. It's a big target for May, who obviously we know he likes that. So yeah, get him in there. God, you add him and AJ Brown in one off season. My God, incredible. Incredible. All right, so we are on to the fourth round. And by the way, if you guys want to throw out any picks that you had, like that you didn't pick, kind of like Liam just did before in the third or whatever, obviously go ahead. I'm just, going through the draft picks and everything. But so next, the Patriots have two fourth round picks. Even though we didn't do trades, I don't think they make both these picks. I do think they package one up to move up or something, but for the sake of what we're doing, we're picking with all their picks. So in the fourth round with pick 125, Al, you are on the clock. Who do you have the New England Patriots taking?
I have the New England Patriots selecting fourth round, pick 125 overall. Brennan Thompson, wide receiver, Mississippi State. Now, here's the thing, right? 4.26 40 speed, can separate really well against corners. And the big thing that sold him for me, tracks the deep ball really well. And we have a quarterback that throws the deep ball very well and very accurate. So you add another threat to the offense, you add another guy that can go deep and go get it. Just makes your offense that much better. You're telling me Josh McDaniels won't be able to find a place for that guy on the field? Come on.
How tall is he? He's 5'9", so he's not too tall,
But the
but still,
speed is there.
yep, the fact that he gets open, he tracks the ball well, that's important. Because I mean, how many times do you see these bigger receivers get open? They don't know what the fuck to do when the ball ends up getting to them.
Also, wasn't Julian Edelman like 5'10"? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, I think he might have been like 5'11" because I think he was like slightly taller than me. So yeah, he's a tiny little man. But
Right, so
yeah,
there you
Brendan
go.
Thompson, cool. So the first receiver we the Patriots have, or we have the Patriots looking at, is in the fourth round. I think pretty realistic if we kind of look at it as a whole, right? Especially since they did add Dobbs. We don't know what's going on with AJ Brown, so I don't want to say that they'll take one too high. But I will say, if the Patriots take a receiver in like the first or second round, I think any hope of an AJ Brown deal should be done at that point.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So even though Liam, I know your hope has been done for weeks, so that's fine. But all right, yeah, I got that down. Thompson, that is your pick. Liam, you are on the clock. Fourth round, pick 125. Who you got?
So for this one, I'm doubling down on a position of need here. Not even specifically holding him to his position. We can make him a swing or kind of move him across the board, but we're going to keep it in house here. I'm going with Jude Bowery, offensive lineman, Boston College. There's not a ton of talent coming out of Boston College, but they produced some good linemen in the last couple of years. So I got that bad boy in there. Something short, sweet, and to the point. I want to draft a ton of offensive linemen.
Yeah, I was looking at him too in the fourth round. He was intriguing. He really was.
Yeah. Yeah. Good measurables.
Yep.
There's no stats that really worry you. I'm just like, it's a fucking offensive lineman. Take a swing.
All right, got it written down. Jude Bowery. My pick, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep it in house. Go to BC. Go to the guy. Could be a swing tackle. Could be. I'm not gonna hold him to his position. I'm gonna go Jude Bowery. BC.
I actually think that's a fantastic pick.
I have him down
yeah.
there. Again, like you said, he's an in-house guy. Him and Vrabel were kind of talking at the pro day.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I think a lot of it just kind of makes sense. I mean, he does a lot of things well. Like his whole thing is that ideally for him, he sits behind a veteran for pretty much the whole year, plays a little bit as a swing tackle. And then the best part about him too, he's got short arms. So you're going to hear about that again. Kind of short arms, not like Will Campbell T-Rex short. But yeah, I think he'll do the swing tackle. If you have to kick him to guard, you can. If you want to keep him at right tackle, you can. Whatever you need. Yeah, I got Jude Bowery on there too. So
Well, that's good because I was gonna say don't pick my guy. My guy's off the board. So go with that.
Really? Okay. Because I was
all
going
right,
to
man.
say I
Damn.
don't have a wide receiver on my board going forward. So if we want to address the wide receiver thing, we should do it now because I'm not going to have any input going forward on wide receivers.
All right, Mike, break the tie.
I want to go Jude Bowery. I'm sorry.
All
Go
right.
I gotta
Jude
go.
Bowery.
I
That's
think
fine.
so. I have a receiver that I'll throw it to you guys later. That is actually on my board that we can look
Okay.
at. So I think that's why I'm leaning
All right.
towards
What a
that.
great
But
football mind you have, Mike. I really a commendable pick. Didn't see this one coming from you.
yeah,
I
man.
really like you were digging into the depths of your brain here.
Yeah, I did. I did my best. I emailed you the draft list, by the way. It's an
Yeah,
Excel
let me
sheet, so
check
I don't
it
know
out.
if you can. I don't know if you have Excel up there in New Hampshire, up there in New England. I don't know if they do that up there, but yeah,
You
there it
think I
is.
can figure it out?
But okay, so cool, awesome. I like it. So we've addressed some issues. We've added some talent. We've helped out Drake May in a couple ways now. So the Patriots have another fourth round pick, which again, let me just ask you guys before we get into it. Their next pick is 6 picks later at 131 in the fourth round. Do you think they make both these picks, or do you think they package one up and trade out or trade back?
I think they do some sort of deal with one of them. I don't know what direction. If I
Mhm,
had a gut feeling, I'd say they trade back, but
mhm.
I can't see them making two picks within like 6 or 7 picks in a row, essentially. So I
Yeah,
can't see them doing that.
yeah, they got a couple picks later in the draft that are kind of close to in the sixth round. They have 4 6 round picks, so I don't know. Maybe you package a fourth, a sixth, and maybe 2 6 and a fourth, and you jump back up into the third round or something like that. Or if you want to get crazy, shit, package your fourth and your third and kind of move up to the start of the third round and do something. Like there's a lot of stuff that they can do, which probably means they won't do any of it, but we'll still be
Right.
happy because I think last year's draft class, I think we're all pleasantly surprised by it. So, but yeah, that was my question. Liam, before you give your pick, because you start with this second, fourth round pick, do you think they're actually going to make both these picks, or do you think they trade out, trade back, trade for a player or something like that?
I think they use both of these picks. I was under that assumption. I haven't humored a trade up till this point. I if they trade, I think it would probably be closer to the first round, but I don't envision a trade.
Cool. All right. Well, let me ask you then with pick 131 of the NFL draft, what do you think the Patriots do?
So in this circumstance, this is quite the board you got going on here. But this guy is not on your board. I like the color coding aspect of it
Thank
too,
you.
by the way.
Thank
But
you.
I have Julian Neal, defensive back out of Arkansas. I like this dude a lot. He's old. That's really his downside here. But overall, absurd size, length, explosiveness. Dude's an athlete. Um, all the usual cornerback controversies and tropes like hip tightness and shit like that I usually don't pay a whole lot of attention to. The below average makeup speed stuff that they all say. Overall, at this point, I think you're taking a shot on a defender who's really all potential. And much like our last pick with a tackle, like just get somebody in here. Corners can go down at any moment. Gonzo hasn't been the spitting image of health. Carlton Davis is, one bad season away from getting benched, though he was great in the playoffs. I'm always looking for defensive backs, hence why I went safety last round. Now I'm going corner.
Yeah, he was on there early on before I decided to waste my time and do a whole Excel spreadsheet about it. Yeah, I definitely saw his name a little bit. I was like, it's an interesting one. Wouldn't hate it because I do think he's still a good player. I mean, that's
Yeah.
how I feel about a lot of these guys, though. I mean, there's really not much to hate because you're really just kind of drafting on potential. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Like unless it was a Florida State guy, there's really no reason to hate any of these guys. And I don't think it's spoil to say that I don't have any Florida State guys on here. So
I wouldn't think so. But okay, so I'm next. I'm going linebacker with this one. I'm going from Oregon, if I remember correctly. Um, and I am going to go with, see, this is the thing. I don't know how to say his last name, so I am sorry if I butcher it. Bryce Botker. Bocher or whatever. I don't know exactly how to say it. But either way, he's like I said, he's from Oregon, however you guys want to say that. He's 6'1", so he's a decent size. His thing, and Liam, you'll love this too, given kind of from our fantasy draft last episode. He can play a little special teams. He's a linebacker. He covers well. He reads defenses well. Picture a Robert Spillane, but like a first level version of Robert Spillane, where he can still tackle, he can still do things. He's still relatively quick, but he can also play special teams, which is the added little bit. This is a guy where I think you have him kind of not low on your depth chart, but kind of coming in here and there, sub packages. Maybe you do start a few games, kind of learn behind the guys that are there. But yeah, that's my guy. He is like undersized when it comes to kind of, muscle wise, but I feel like a lot of people are like that. So I don't know, but undersized linebackers, that's Mike Vrabel's calling card. So that's my guy. Bryce Botker, Boecher. I got to look up how to say his fucking last name, but that's my pick for the second, fourth round. Bocher. We'll go Bocher. I like that.
Yeah, Bocher is easier to say.
Bocher. So that's my guy, Bryce Bocher. Al, who do you have for pick 131?
Pick 131. I have a bigger guy that they are going to take. I have Cage Casey, offensive tackle, Boise State, 6'6", 310, good frame, good feet, very strong, makes good solid contact when he actually makes contact with defensive players. The only little downside with him is he could struggle with some speedy edge rushers. But other than that, I mean, a guy that you could, kind of have really, I don't want to say anywhere on the offensive line, but you could have him at both tackle positions if need be. So
I did have this on my board as well. Not I could jive with that as well.
Yeah, he was I think what they do, they met with him somewhere. They met with him at the Senior Bowl. Yeah, he was on mine as well. I wouldn't even mind if we end up putting him on the board, that's back-to-back tackles. Wouldn't even mind it, man. Because one of the guys you can kick inside to guard, one of the guys you can keep outside depending on what you're doing. Yeah, I wouldn't
let's look at our board here. We filled edge.
Yep.
What do we do? Edge.
2 edge, tight end, and then tackle.
2 edge, tight end, a tackle.
Or guard, but Bowery, he identifies as a tackle.
Yeah. I mean, this was my top need. My stance remains the same as when we picked Bowery. I want to swing on offensive lineman.
Listen, I'm down to do it. I'm not attached to my guy. I think linebacker is something they'll probably address later. I know I have another one on there. I'm assuming you guys do too. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are cool with it, Cage Casey, I'm down. Fuck it.
Yeah. Fucking back-to-back tackles.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. And guess what? It's not going to be sexy, but we all saw what happened to Drake May in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We all saw what it was.
Yeah,
so
they could go offensive line every pick, and I wouldn't be too pissed. I'd be
and if you're looking at it, and if you saw our mock draft at the end and you see there's 2 back-to-back tackles, Morgan Moses on the last year of his deal, probably going to retire afterwards. Mike Onwenu, last year of his deal, might even get traded on draft day. We don't know for sure, but he's on the last year of his deal. There's been no rumors of an extension talk. So getting 2 offensive linemen back-to-back in the 4th round, I'm fine with it. Completely fine with it.
And also to that point, Elijah Vera Tucker, a guy that hasn't had great injury luck in his career, like he goes down, you could use another backup too. So
yep, exactly. Because we all love Ben Brown, but like Ben Brown is good at what he does. I don't want Ben Brown starting all season. If Vera Tucker goes down, I'd be fine with one of these guys stepping in. 1, because we don't know, it's kind of like the unknown. And 2, like, yeah, dude, get the young guys in there. Why not? And then worst case, you do have Ben Brown spell him for a little bit. So yeah, I'm cool with it. Back-to-back tackles in the 4th round. I know that Patriots fandom will be on fire if this happens. They will not like it, but you'll like it when Drake May isn't getting sacked 100 times a year.
Yes.
So Like,
Yeah.
let's all just calm down with that. Um, all right. My next guy, I don't want to damn. I mean, this is the guy that I took, so I kind of have to say it. I took Jeremiah Wright, interior offensive line,
Are
from the
we up to
Tigers.
fifth round now?
Yes, yes, we
Mhm.
are. We are. Oh shit, yeah. Sorry, I didn't even spell it out. Fifth round, pick 171. The Patriots have one fifth round pick. And this is the one. I'll kick it off. Yeah, I am going Jeremiah Wright. He is your offensive guard from the Tigers. He is a right guard, but if need be, you can put him to left guard wherever he needs to be on there. Just a solid guy. They did have him in for a 30 visit, so I thought that was kind of interesting. I love the first words you see when you read about him. Absolutely enormous frame at 348 in a thick lower half. The dude is a monster. He's physical. He's chippy. He's good at first contact. He's improved every time he's been on the field. I thought this was interesting. He's a durable Iron Man. Started every snap across 2 full seasons. I liked that. Yeah,
Hallelujah.
yeah. He is basically what you would call a throwback guard. But I'm not going to be too bullish on him because we did just draft 2 offensive linemen. But that's just who I picked. So if we do want to go with him, he's a good pick. But that's my pick for the fifth round. Al, we're circling back around to you. Fifth round pick. Who do you have?
So I took this guy in this spot because this was the second time that I picked this specific position, although we have him twice already on our board. So I took another edge rusher here. I took Caden Curry, edge rusher, Ohio State. Last year had 16 and a half total tackles for a loss, 11 sacks. And listen, the dude just makes plays. Like he gets good initial bursts of speed. He's staying active all the time, trying to get to the quarterback, doesn't give up on a play. And that's something that you want. Again, just guys in that defense that are relentless trying to get after quarterback, which is what the Patriots had trouble with at times last year. So I think it would still be good value, but I understand with our draft board if it's like, hey, we're not taking 3 edge rushers.
I get it. I like Caden Curry. He's a good choice, but I also understand you gotta play the board as it falls too. So we'll see. That might come into play with some later picks as well. So we'll see. But okay, Caden Curry got him down there. Liam, who do you got? And then we will discuss.
So you both have offered positions that we've already drafted, and I don't have interest in triple dipping in edge and offensive lineman, maybe more so offensive lineman. I could be swayed, but allow me to present a position that we haven't drafted unless I'm vastly missing something. So in the fifth round with pick 171, I have the Patriots taking Caleb Alarms Orr from TCU, the linebacker. This dude is a transfer from Cal. Just classic. Starts as a special teamer, redshirt special teamer, and then he leads Cal in tackles with 92 in 2023, I believe. And then after that, his stock rises. He transfers to TCU. He's just kind of all over the board. At the combine goes absolutely insane. When I watched the combine, I remember everyone talking about how sick this guy was. He's 6'2", ran a 4.40. All his broad jump split measurables are great. I'm not going to read those all off to you, but he was second team All Big 12 in 2024, first team All Big 12 in 2025. Production got him invited to the Senior Bowl. Had a combined 130 tackles and 4 sacks last year. I like this guy. The film is awesome. Sideline to sideline, physical dude. Unfortunately, I'm sure the coverage isn't exactly what we is desired. I was trying desperately to find a really valuable coverage linebacker at this point, and I just kept coming back to this guy because the other guys were later round picks. I don't want to draft another Robert Spillane, but with this guy's value, how phenomenal an athlete he is, I think we just run the story back with him. We bring him in, we special teams him for a while, and he grows into something good. Maybe towards the tail end of Spillane's tenure here. It was the only pick that I had. I have no backups. This was my only choice.
You had me at 4,440. You had
Yeah,
me.
right? Fucking nuts.
Dude, I had him on there before I took him off because I kind of jousted around where I was going to take linebackers. So yeah, just so you guys know, I already wrote him down on the list
Fuck
for
yeah.
what our thing
Okay,
would be.
cool.
Because I figured
Yeah,
because they just took back to or we just took back to back linemen. Al, you mentioned why your pick. While it's a good player, we
Mhm.
took two edge rushers at the beginning. Need a
yeah.
linebacker. Yep, yep. I love him.
And
He's quick. Love it.
it, he is. And if we're using name intimidation as a factor here, this guy actually loses points because I don't think anyone's very intimidated by Caleb Alarms, or I don't really like the hyphenated names. It really doesn't strike fear into me. So he does lose some points there, but hey, we're drafting him, baby.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think we take him all day. So, yep, got him down there. Love it. Love the pick. And that was what was that? Was that one, two? That
Fifth.
was fifth, right?
Fifth
All
round.
right,
Yep.
Yeah.
cool. All right. So far, actually, we'll kind of go through now, and we'll if you guys need the clarification, let me know. I'll let you know what we have so far. All right. So we are into the sixth round, of which the Patriots have four picks in the sixth round. Just like the fourth round, I'm going to ask you guys, do you think they make all these picks, or do you think they trade back, trade to next year, trade up?
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way they make four picks in the sixth
I
round.
would
There's
be
no
very
chance.
impressed.
Imagine if they
No
do and they all
chance.
start or some shit.
Oh my gosh. Like you find the next like Brady, but like a different position. Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
Oh my
I still
gosh.
made four choices, but I don't
Yep.
think they keep all four.
Yeah, there's no
So
way.
I think the good thing about this is that any of these guys could be taken in this. Any of the guys that we're saying, even if it's not who we end up picking, could be taken in this round because they have so many picks. They can move up and down here and there. So you're going to get a lot of potential picks in this round. And I do think that the Patriots are going to pick one or at least two of the people that we have on this list. I believe it is my turn to start on this one, right? Because if I remember correctly, I'm going to go round six, pick 191. Listen, Patriots are going to call up Bill Belichick. They're going to say, "Hey, buddy, we know you got a
Ooh.
corner. We know you got a corner down there. He's 6'1", press corner. I know you've been putting him on no matter where the offense's number one receiver is. You're putting him on there. He can tackle. He can break on the ball quick. He's a ball hawk, so to speak. I'm going Thaddeus Dixon. Great name. First of all,
Great
we're
name.
big on names on Tuck Rule Takes.
We
Thaddeus
are.
Dixon, like I said, 6'1", a 4'4", a 4'4", 640. So still quick. We like that. Yeah, he's built like a prototype corner. He's got long arms. He disrupts timing. He's just a big guy. The thing I keep seeing, he has a downhill trigger when he jumps off of coverage. He did have like I said, he's a ball hawk. I have nothing but good things to say about him. I wanted a bigger corner. And I think this is the guy. So Thaddeus Dixon. And you have the nice little Belichick connection. So that'll be a nice thing on day three to kind of, run back there. So that is my pick for the first pick of the sixth round. Al, you are next.
So I also thought defense, but not necessarily corner. I was thinking the safety position. One name that caught my eye was Bishop Fitzgerald, safety out of USC. Now, the reason that I picked this guy was because he's instinctive. He has a nose for the football. In 4 years at North Carolina State and USC, 10 career interceptions, 14 career pass breakups. And again, he's just all around the football. The only thing is he could have a little bit of trouble in the run game with some bigger receivers and everything. But a nice thing is he can play special teams too if you need him to. So he's versatile. So I'll take that too.
I like that
I do.
pick.
I do love that. I do love the versatility of it all. You guys know that. But okay, got that one written down. Liam, you are next, sir.
So, not crazy about this pick, but I'm sticking by my method. I'm swinging for offensive lineman here. So if we want to triple dip in offensive lineman, I am your guy. I am picking offensive tackle out of Ole Miss, Diego Pounds. If we were to put this in terms of somebody we know in real life, it would be Diego Pounds dudes. but Diego Pounds, raw athlete, not the most fundamentally sound guy in the world, but just tremendous athlete. They describe him as high cut, smooth limbed tackle, which I have no idea what that means. It's
High
really
cut, smooth limbed.
uh,
Sounds like an
it's in
alien.
my
What the fuck?
it's in my notes that was how he was described, and I also wrote I have no idea what to make of that. Yeah, his run blocking is not as good as his pass blocking, which actually sounds pretty all right to me for our Patriots team because I would just like a little bit more pass blocking when everyone seems to be able to run. We need Will Campbell to work on his pass blocking, not his run.
Mhm.
He can fucking run the rock.
Yep.
But yeah, it's really everything with this dude, his length and grip strength, which heyo, how's Diego's grip
Hey,
strength?
grip strength. Hey,
Hey,
Probably pretty good.
stupid.
oh
All
my
right. So
gosh.
I listen. I like the picks, but guys, I'm just gonna come back to Thaddeus Dixon since we're talking about grip strength. I'm gonna talk about Dixon. Um, this is the guy. If you want to compare him to someone, he's like Carlton Davis. He gets a little handsy. He's big. Sure, he might have maturity issues, but he's coming out of a Steve Belichick defense that should translate over well into the NFL and especially into a Patriots team, which probably still has some little bits of that defense around there. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, I just think the Patriots do need a corner. I know we don't have one on here yet, but I don't know. That's really my sell. And like I said, I think it'll be a cool story. You get a Belichick guy. Maybe you start to mend those fences, build that bridge again. And then yeah, you have someone. So if Carlton Davis does walk sooner rather than later, Thaddeus Dixon takes the spot. So that's my pitch for him. It's nothing crazy, but it's a 6th round pick. You're taking a flyer on a corner who has a lot of talent. You just got to have him grow into the role. That's all.
Yeah, I'll bow out of this one. We can take Diego off the board. I don't know a bunch of super talented people named Diego, so I'll back out on that one.
Listen, I do like my pick of Bishop Fitzgerald too, because you got Kevin Byard on a 1 year deal. You have Craig Woodson that, yes, he had a really good rookie year, but you could use another young piece in that backfield too. And again, could help the Patriots with create turnovers and get more opportunities for Drake May to do his thing too. So I don't know. I just something about it.
I'll make it easy on you,
What
man. I
what's
think
our
safety.
what's
What?
our board looking like? Do we have a safety?
Nope, we don't. We got edge, tight end, tackles, linebacker. I think safety is more important than or more of a need than corner right now. So
That's what,
Yeah.
and that's my big selling point
I'll
too.
go him. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go Fitzgerald. I like that. That's a good one. Cool. So
Yep.
we finally got a safety, guys. Hell yeah.
I actually think Fitzgerald great value. That like he just got hurt last year, so no one really gives a shit about him. But before then, he was actually really sick.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, he should be a good pick. And like you said, we already have a room of 2 starters, so we can kind of learn behind him and then step up. So yeah, I think that's a good one. Great pick, Al. Great pick. Al, you are next, by the way. The Patriots' second of 4 6th round picks, pick 198. So 7 picks later. So who do you think they're going to take?
I hope Liam's paying attention because he's going to jump out of his seat when he has this pick. Out of the University of Miami, offensive tackle Markel Bell, six
Beast.
nine, 350, moves defenders well in the run game. The only thing with him is he gets pushed around a little bit when runners do get to him, specifically to the chest area when they're able to kind of push him a little bit. But if he can get the grip strength that we were talking about with other guys earlier, the dude's a monster. And you can like it's almost like having the fridge, Robert the Fridge Perry with the Bears
Mhm.
back in '85. Like that's what it feels like. Dude is just a beast. And you need those kind of guys in your offensive line.
Mhm.
Even if he has to learn for a couple of years, that's fine.
And I don't even
Yep.
think that's fair criticism because if you play at the University of Miami, you're playing the top tier talent there is. So you're going against the best of the best. It's going to make your flaws, as small as they are, even bigger on the most grand stage, especially seeing as they went to the national championship, didn't quite win it, but all eyes were on the best. And I have a feeling this guy's more scrutinized than he should be. Huge fan. 10 out of 10. I think he's a damn near flawless player. He should be a first round pick.
All right. Liam, I mean, I don't unless you want to pick Markel Bell too, Liam. Who's your pick here?
Well, I did have a different pick, but I couldn't see the forest through the trees. So Al, thank you for fixing this one. I'm going to punt on my former pick, and I'm going to double down on Markel Bell as well. He was a top 5 junior college recruit nationally before he went to the University of Miami. Just a monster. To end up as third team all ACC, criminal, should have been higher than that. I love this guy. He's been valued extremely highly from a very young age. Those are the type of guys that Bill Belichick used to love to bring in to see if there was anything left in the tank. And going off of our undrafted list that we did last week in your absence, Al, Mike, that works out pretty fucking well. Let's rock with that.
Listen, I have no issue with Markel Bell. My issue is that will be the third tackle that the Patriots have taken this draft.
So what?
With that,
We
I
need
give you,
tackles.
I give you, Liam. You want to talk about Bill Belichick? I give you defensive tackle from Navy, Landon Robinson. Played a little offense as well. He's a little short. He's a shade under 6 feet, but his pros, he has a good get off. He's low, so he has a good anchor, good kind of, what's it called? Center of gravity there. He has a violent hand usage, which is violence is something that Vrabel has kind of preached. Obviously,
This is tight.
he has natural leverage because he is so low to the ground. Relentless motor. He's great on stunts and twists. He's gotten nothing but better from his junior to his senior year. He's a near 300-pound defender, and he has good burst for that weight. For that size. So I do think that a nose tackle or a defensive tackle should be somewhat important for them. Even though there's obviously Christian Barmore, you have Joshua Farmer floating around, you got Milton Williams, obviously. Then you have what's his name? Can't think of him. Number 93, I think. Fuck, I can't think of
Oh,
him.
Leonard Taylor.
Leonard Taylor's there too, and then I think there's someone
Yeah.
else as well. So like definitely a good room, but you can always add more. I like that he's from Navy. I like that he can play offense a little bit, but if you guys would like to go with Markel Bell, I will not fight you because it is 2-1. I just would kind of give you cause for pause and look at the draft board. Do you want 3 tackles?
I do understand your concern. It would definitely bode the team better if we were to pick a defensive tackle. If it wasn't a Miami guy that's on the other side of it.
I think we got to do it then.
I understand a defensive tackle is a position of need for this team. We would all be smarter for picking a defensive tackle. I
What?
will not be able to see that option. So you guys have to make the decision on this one.
I already wrote down Markel Bell, man. I'll do it if you guys want to.
Markel Bell.
Fine by me. I am similar to Liam in the fact where Liam, you've been saying you can't get enough offensive linemen. Sure. Because one of
Yeah.
these guys you can kick into guard. I don't know if you've noticed, we have 0 guards on the list. So someone is going to go to a guard, is going to go to the interior. Someone else is going to take up for Morgan Moses. And then you don't know what happens. One of these rookies isn't going to pan out. So sure, take the dude that's built like a brick shithouse and just see what you got with him. Hopefully he's there. I hope people don't take him high in like the 4th round or something like that. Which I can see happening because people get crazy on draft day. But if he's there, yeah, I wouldn't hate it at all. Like I would laugh when you see Patriots fandom being like, "Oh my God, another tackle!" Like, yeah, dude, line them all up. I don't
Yeah.
care. Put every one of them on the field at once. Just
Yeah.
let Drake
And
May never get hit.
at very least, my thought process with Jude Bowery was he played left tackle and right tackle, mostly left tackle, but did I think it was 2 starts at right tackle, which is almost nothing. But he was a team captain, and you bring a guy like that onto this team, and you tell him, "Hey, we might need you to pull some weight at guard." He'll fucking do it.
Yep. Yep. That's why. So cool. I'm down with it. Markel Bell. I like it. All right. The next pick number 202 of the 6th round. Liam, is it you or me? Who goes this time?
It would be me.
Be you. All right. Send it
All
out.
right.
Round 6, pick 202. Who you got?
And this is a guy that you and I have talked about, Mike. I absolutely adore this guy. For some reason, at least that some of the draft things that I saw list him as a wide receiver, but he was listed as a fullback for Navy all season long. I'm thinking Eli Heidenreich.
Heidenreich, baby. Heidenreich. Yep.
Heidenreich. Yeah, just saying that out loud makes you think I'm going to get canceled. That's not,
It sounds like, yeah,
but
it's a rough one.
yeah, intimidating name though, and I dig. Most of all, make fullbacks great again, and the versatility on this guy, textbook Patriots player. I implore you and anyone listening to this podcast, please go watch this guy's highlights. Their box office. Anyone who transfers from wide receiver to fullback, this is going to be exciting, and it is. So sick. Selected second team all ACC wide receiver, and then makes the move over to fullback. Just completely unique story. A team captain, a Naval Academy graduate, a future Marine officer who delivers in his biggest moments, including that fourth and goal catch against Army. Nasty. I love this dude.
Yep. Yeah, he was on. I had him for the longest time. I had him pegged as the seventh round pick the Patriots had because he was always around on the mock draft. And I was like, yeah, this was before they got Reggie Gilliam, but even still, I was like, fullback. He's also somehow listed as a wide receiver.
Yeah,
Like,
we can
sure.
find a spot for this guy.
Yeah, yeah, no, I do not hate that. I have him. He was on my board at some point. So all right, I got you down for Eli Heidenreich. I'm gonna stick with offense. I'm gonna go a little deeper into the backfield. I'm gonna go someone the Patriots had in for a 30 visit. That's Kalon Black from Indiana. So he's picture little ball of muscle. He's like a Maurice Jones-Drew type, extremely reliable, doesn't fumble the ball. He gets those tough yards. He could be the perfect spell to the inevitable when Stevenson goes and it's Henderson and whoever. Henderson and Kalon Black. He's a little shorter. I believe he's 5'9", if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's 5'9", 211. He's just, if you watch his tape, the dude is electric. He's patient on the blocks. He is aggressive on pass blocking. He's the guy that you can draft, stash behind Stevenson and Henderson. And then once Stevenson goes in a year or two, boom, he steps up to be the back right behind Henderson. You have your quick guy who can catch the ball, and you have Kalon Black who can pound it between the rock. He's a good lateral quickness as well. So, yeah, he's the dude whose thighs are like the size of most people's waist. So, and he just won the national champ, or like he's championship pedigree with Indiana. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm going with Kalon Black, running back. Al, who you got?
Hold on. I love this pick. If I could just say, I fucking love this dude. As much as like I absolutely despise him and his entire team and everything that they did.
Dude, he's electric.
Yeah, like I love the teams that like everyone's so focused on the pass that they're not thinking about the run. That's why we feel so strongly about Lawrence Maroney, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, those guys
Mhm.
that like just Stephen Ridley, who really didn't get the name recognition that they probably should have because we were just throwing it all over the yard. But yeah, the only college football team with 2,000-yard rushers, and it was Black and Roman Hemby, led the team with 10 rushing touchdowns, played all 16 games. What a fucking stud.
Mhm. Yeah, dude, he runs like he runs aggressively, like he's trying to run into contact at some point. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy just watching him run. Yeah, I love him. So
100%. He was one of
I think
those
that'd be a
James
good one.
Madison transfers too. Like James Madison was like the sickest school that
He
no one cared
was.
about,
Yep.
and everyone
Hmm.
transferred out, and he was one of those guys.
Yep. He was. Forgot about
Yeah,
that.
he
So
went with Signetti. Signetti was at James Madison, I think.
was he? I don't
I
remember.
think so.
I don't remember that much. But yeah, he was there. So he's my pick. Al, it swings back around to you, and then we'll go.
I'm going to keep it quick. I went with a quarterback in this round just to have a third quarterback in the system. I went with Illinois quarterback Lute Altmaier. Threw for 3,000 yards last year, 67% completion percentage. Gets the ball out quick. He's got good mechanics, and a big thing that kind of drew me to him. He's a lot of scouts say he's not afraid to get hit, which is good. So he's willing to stay in the pocket and stay with the play, which that can be a good and bad thing. But obviously, you want someone that's not going to just crumble at the first sign of pressure. But listen, I'm just going to come right out and say it. We don't need it. Obviously, we don't need a quarterback, and Tommy DeVito is a very capable backup. So I'm willing to bow out of this one and go with one of your guys' pick.
I have
This
a
guy was good
quarterback
though.
later on my list.
He
22 and
was.
5 is a good stat line. And Illinois, I went to Champaign, Illinois, at the University of Illinois. I went and visited the place. Living in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's the only thing to do there is play football. It is cornfields as far as the eye can see, 3 hours outside of Chicago. I had my first catfish there too, which is
There you
weird
go.
because there's no ocean or really any rivers or
It's like,
lakes
where'd they get
nearby,
it?
which
Yeah,
was
that is a
super
little weird.
concerning. But it tasted delicious. Yeah.
Catfish is good, but all right. So Liam, it's between me and you. I love my guy. I know you like your fullback, your wide receiver. The Patriots did sign arguably the second best fullback in the league. I think they need a running back behind these guys. Kalen Black, you like him, I like him. Shit, Al fucking likes him, and he doesn't even know he likes him. Like I think this is the guy, man. Get him in here. That's really my pitch. I just want him
Yeah,
so
no,
bad.
I know he's far and away a better player. Just the
I just
fullback
think he
thing has
fits
me
the
caught up.
need.
But yeah, no, 100%. You're
Yep.
absolutely right. We definitely like they've been bringing in all these running backs for visits for a reason. We definitely could use an extra running back on the team. He did go to James Madison. James Madison was our fourth president. James Madison and I have the same birthday of March 16th. So yeah, I think we have to go with
Okay.
this guy.
Yeah, we'll
Look
go
at
with him.
that. Imagine if they pick him. I'm gonna clip this and say, look, we have the Forrest Gump of the podcast
Yeah,
here who just
we have
like
a
knew that it
connection.
was gonna be him. All right, so Kalen Black, we got a running back on the board, guys. We got a running back on the board. All right, this is me. This is my last time going first, and we circle
Mhm.
back around to Al. So the with the Patriots' 212th pick in the sixth round, their final pick in the sixth round seems like they've been picking all around. Which, by the way, we've all confirmed they will not do. But
Yeah.
like we said at the beginning, we're picking with where they are in the draft. But I'm going linebacker Khalil Jacobs out of Missouri. He was initially supposed to be an undrafted guy, but a lot of teams have been meeting with him. In fact, the Patriots had a 30 visit with him. A lot of other teams did. Now he's projected to actually go in, a little bit later on day three. He's a prospect. Obviously, he's a prospect. I mean, if you're going this late in the draft, you are, but he's kind of like your new age linebacker, where he's a little quicker. He's not huge. He's 6'1", but just he can kind of get around, cover. Definitely a development project, as a lot of these six-round picks are going to be. But I think you can handle that in the linebacker room if you maybe add someone or just kind of stash him for a little bit. But yeah, he's shooting up the draft boards. And I mean, last year, a guy named Kyle Williams was shooting up the draft boards, and the Patriots ended up getting him. Not saying that that's why they should get him here, but I think there's a reason players start shooting up draft boards. So, Khalil Jacobs, that's my guy. Take a flyer on a six-round pick linebacker, and hopefully you can develop him into a rotational starter.
You brushed over it here. You said can cover. How is the coverage? If we're
I'll
taking a
tell you.
linebacker, I want coverage. I want stats to back up why he can cover because we don't need another tackling machine. The defense tackles.
No, he can cover good if he's kind of one on one. It's zone where he has to work on it. So if you
Okay.
if you're asking him to like read a full zone and know what's going on, he has to do a little bit more work on that. But if you say like, "Hey, go cover this guy," he's serviceable. He's good
Yeah, just
enough.
an athletic dude.
Yeah, yeah, that's basically it, and that's kind of what I'm looking for in like the later rounds. But yeah, so he's not some A plus
Yeah.
like coverage isn't his
He's
thing.
not Quan Alexander out there in
No,
coverage.
no. It's just hey, he tries, he's willing to learn, he can cover one-on-one decently enough to kind of translate it to the NFL. He's going to have to learn how to do zone coverage though, so that's where I'm at with him. So Al, we are circling back to you.
So same position, just a different guy. I also went linebacker. I went with Namdi Obiazer, linebacker from TCU. Just a combination of good size and athleticism, 6'3", 230, 4.53, 40 speed. Pretty good for a linebacker. The big thing with him, and I just want to make sure I have this right, he fights through contact really, really well. Good form tackler. Can reach the ball carrier pretty well for the most part. So again, just another solid depth piece to the linebacker room, which you need because you need to add some linebackers to this current room. So
Coverage, Al. Tell me how the coverage is.
I'm not going to tell you how the coverage is. I'm not going to tell you
Okay.
how it is.
Okay. Well, I will say I fucking hate his name because it reminds me of a certain
Yeah,
player that went
I
to the
know.
Eagles,
I
and
know.
it's just unforgivable in my mind, and I just despise that fucking guy.
Yeah, we know.
Understandable.
I do not know this prospect. He wasn't on my board. He didn't come across in research. I'm trying to see if I
Yeah, I
just
got him. I got him.
is averaging coverage. Okay.
Yep.
Who sees the field clearly and is averaging coverage. Okay.
Mhm.
That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Profiles a dependable backup and a core special teamer.
88
Okay.
tackles, 2 sacks. That's not bad. That's
No,
not
no.
bad.
Yeah.
He'd be a depth piece. He's not going to be a starter day one. It's not going to
As
happen.
No,
most
dude,
people
we're
are
picking
though
the
this
fucking
late.
sixth round
Right,
here. We're
exactly.
fucking
There's
we're
exactly.
shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former safety. Oh God, you got shades of
That's
Marte
better.
Mapu on here.
That's
Yeah,
better.
sheds
I like
blocks with
it.
good timing. Will punch and work around or under blocks, high efficiency, blah blah blah. So he's your basically, like you said, Al. He's your 6th round guy, where you draft someone to kind of be your high motor guy, kind of go earn a spot on the team. So yeah,
Yeah.
Bingo.
all right. Crazy
Apparently he
name,
played
but
well
I
at the
put him
Senior
down there.
Bowl too. Oh,
Namdi. Oh, God, that's a
oh,
crazy
no,
name.
no,
All right, I got him
no.
on there.
That's my mind. All right. So with my last pick, our 15th pick in the 6th round, I'm picking Cyrus Allen, wide receiver, Cincinnati. Classic slot guy. I don't know how long Pop's going to be with us. One good pop to Pop, and he could be out for the season and knock his trajectory off, and he could be off the team. This guy, really good in space, creates space well, and he's a burner. Has the limitations that every slot receiver has, which is plenty of them, but most of all, just a fun, electric guy who can stretch the floor. Second team All Big 12 Conference, led the team with 51 receptions, tied for third in college football with 13 receiving touchdowns, which is a single school record at Cincinnati. Not that Cincinnati has ever had just jaw-dropping wide receivers, because they don't, but worth
I
noting.
I'm actually angry at you with how you've described this. Cyrus Allen is an elite route runner. Like
Really?
it is ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
just YouTube any one of his clips
I
and then
was.
start to dig into it more. This guy, like I'm ready to just like I'm cool. I don't need who would I even have? Khalil Jacobs. Yeah, fun project. No, I'm cool with going Cyrus Allen. This guy, he's 5'11, so he's not huge,
Yeah.
but that's why his route running, if you're listening to this right now, the episode's on its way out. We got one more pick. After this, just YouTube Cyrus Allen highlights. Holy shit. The guy has like the nuances in the routes and everything. Now I know you're going against college corners and safeties or whatever, but route running is something that translates over. And like you said, I don't think getting him means you're not getting AJ Brown, because I think he would take the spot of a Pop Douglas, of
Yeah.
honestly even a
Right.
Kyle Williams if he doesn't pan out. So yeah, Cyrus Allen, I have him jot down for you, Liam. I will, I will
It,
bow out of mine. I love that pick.
I'll take
okay.
Cyrus Allen as well.
All right, look at that. Yeah, the pro comp I had for him, which I actually think I had this before this happened, so forgive me. But my pro comp for him was Rondale Moore. Maybe it's because he wore number 4 out there and played for a smaller school, but it's just the explosion burst you see. Maybe less of the special teams that we saw from Rondale Moore. But yeah, like small electric guy.
Yeah, yeah. I
I,
mean,
I,
I'm
I didn't
telling
know
you.
you were so passionate about his route running.
Oh, dude,
I
I'm
might
telling
have to
you.
go back because I knew he could work in space, create space, and whatnot.
Maybe I was so
But
jazzed up because I just got finished watching Kalon Black highlights, and I was like
yeah,
Cyrus Allen. So I don't know. Maybe I was all horned up because of that.
yeah,
But no, Cyrus Allen, extremely good route runner, like
mm,
technician, I would even call him.
noted.
He is
Fuck yeah,
WrestleMania is on right now. He is the Shawn Michaels of route running, just a technician. So,
yeah. I don't
for my
speak
wrestling
virgin, so I
fans
have
out
no idea
there,
what that
you
means.
know, you know. All right, so we're taking Cyrus Allen. We're taking a receiver.
Fuck yeah,
Hell yeah.
sweet.
One pick. Actually, I'll kind of go over it just real quick at the end there. Final pick of the draft. Al, we're starting with you. Pick 247, right? 247. Yep. Pick
Yep.
247, round 7. Who you got?
So we talked about this. We didn't take a true guard, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We haven't taken a
Yes.
Correct.
guard yet.
Mhm.
So I decided to go offensive guard. I took DJ Campbell, offensive guard out of Texas, 6'3", 315, really good power. a lot of experience at the college level too, 43 starts, which I think is
Mm.
kind of big because you need to play in order to develop. So again, seventh round pick, big guy, can kind of fill in one of those spots if and when who's gone, or like we mentioned before, if Vera Tucker goes down, maybe a guy that you can kind of plug in.
Yeah, I like it. No issue with that pick. DJ Campbell was on my board a little bit here and there. I think he might even be on there somewhere on there, maybe not, but yeah, yeah, it's a good one. Liam, who you got? Final pick 247, round 7.
I'll get to mine in a second. I love Al's pick. I don't know why this guy isn't projected to be better. He was a finalist for the Joe Moore Award in 24, which is the nation's top offensive lineman. Started all 16 games at right guard. I- Maybe it's because he got hurt, but it wasn't even a serious injury. He missed like 3 games. I don't understand where the disconnect is here that he's not rated higher, but the accolades, the resume is really, really good.
Hmm.
So I do like that one.
Just one of those weird, like Braden Swinson type picks, right? Where it's like he
Yeah,
should be
you're
higher.
like,
Yep. Hmm.
yeah, you're like, what's the disconnect here? And I guess we saw why Braden Swinson wasn't, but
Yeah.
not that I'm completely out on him, but like, come on,
No.
dude.
Right.
So my seventh round pick, and I know you like this guy as well, Mike. You kind of lightly sung his praises to us multiple times, actually. And the Patriots did have him in for one of their 30 visits. I did concede. I looked at the tape. The tape is fun. Uh, Running back, Clemson, Adam Randall.
Dude, it is fun, right? He looks like
Yeah,
a Derrick Henry type, doesn't he?
I would say more of like Steven Davis, Liddell Betts kind of guy, but
Okay. I would say Derrick
yeah,
Henry, but you know.
sure. Yeah, I think
Um,
I think it might be a bit of a stretch, but I like him. Certainly a productive player, and this is the seventh round. We're taking swings. We do already have a running back on our board, which kind of makes this a mute point. I
but
don't know
still
if the
get it out there
talent.
though. Get it
Yeah,
out
I
there,
don't know
man.
if
You
the
might be right.
talent demands us double draft a wide receiver here. How talented do you think this fucking guy is? Because I know you like him.
I like him, but the whole thing is he's learning to be a running back. So it's like,
Yeah,
how long is that development process going to come? I like Kalen Blackmore. I guess like if you had to
yeah.
pick between the two guys,
Obviously, yeah. One of them's a
um,
monster.
but yeah, like whoever gets him, or if the Patriots somehow end up with him, I'd still be happy. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't. It's weird. Kind of like another thing. It's weird. He's not projected higher in some draft in some mocks, and maybe the people who know more, but I don't know. But I wrote down though, Adam Randall, good one. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about him a couple times on these airwaves.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's yours. I got Jalen Daniels, quarterback out of Kansas. They had him in there for or Jalon Daniels. They had him in for a 30
Yeah.
visit. I thought that was weird. Vrabel did mention weeks before the Diana Rossini thing. He mentioned that they were going to probably add a younger guy late in the draft, maybe. This is the first guy they had in for a 30 visit. He's an athletic guy, basically your typical new
She
age
had her eyes on him,
quarterback.
huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's, scrambler. He can make throws off platform. Think of Joe Milton just without the rocket arm. That's who it is. So I think they do go quarterback. I think they stash him as like your emergency whatever thing, and then maybe in a couple years you trade him for like a fifth round pick, and then you're good with it. But yeah, that's my pick. I think they get a quarterback, and I don't think they should waste one any higher than like the sixth or seventh round. So I think Jalon Daniels is the guy here, but I'm willing to be talked out of it. So yeah, we got a guard, a running back, and a quarterback. What do you guys think?
Oh, that was this fucking guy. I remember watching the Liberty Bowl, Kansas, Arkansas, and this dude threw for 544 yards.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Whoa.
he's exciting. Intermediate accuracy is a little iffy, but when you're drafting a quarterback this late, you're drafting him literally as a development project.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's a camp arm, and like
Yeah.
the overall stats show it: 18 touchdowns, 4 picks, and 22.
Hmm.
Doesn't have his stats there.
I would
14 and 12 and 24. What are you saying?
I was just gonna say I would still go with the guard just because with the quarterbacks, you can kind of get them, especially undrafted too. Like you can sign
Yeah.
one of them later. Like they're
You can
they're a
probably
dime.
get him
This guy might
undrafted.
be
Yep.
undrafted. Yeah.
There's another guy they had too. I don't know how to say his first name. Baron Morton. They had him in from Texas Tech for a 30. You could probably get him undrafted as well. So
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
you definitely could. And I do like DJ Campbell. I do like him. So shit, I don't know. Do we take DJ Campbell? Liam, do you want to make your
I
case
like
for
DJ
Randall?
Campbell. Um,
Or do you
no, not
think
particularly.
all
There
right.
was another guy I had as an honorable mention as well, George Gums Jr. Are you guys familiar?
Yes, yes, they had him in. He has been another
He
Khalil
was also
Jacobs
in for a
type,
30 visit.
shooting,
Okay.
shooting up the draft board. Yeah,
Yeah. He was a wide receiver that's now playing edge.
crazy, right? I feel like you don't
Yeah.
normally see that.
Yeah. So I was surprised. Just intrigued me. His tape is it's
Yeah,
like a fine watch. It
yep.
wouldn't be the
I would
first
not
thing
hate
I'd
that.
queue up. Yeah.
No,
But
he's a good
yeah,
one.
no, I'd say DJ Campbell's probably the move here. The resume is so good. I just don't get it. Now I'd have to look at this guy's tape.
Yeah, it must be something. I
Playing
gotta look.
NFL
Maybe,
talent.
maybe he's got some off-field thing, but I feel like we'd know that, so I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I got him down. Another guy, Quintavious Hutchins, edge rusher out of BC. That's
Yep.
one guy people are talking about. Travis Burke, a tackle out of Memphis. I mean, we have
Yeah.
enough tackles, so I mean, we can't do that. There's a lot of safeties here as well. Robert Spears Jennings out of Oklahoma. Jennings out of Oklahoma, Jalen Stroman out of Notre Dame, and Malik Spencer. They had him in for a safety visit. He's out of Michigan State. He's probably an undrafted guy though. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot that they could go. Before I list off our TRT mock draft, before we get out of here, was there anyone that you guys kind of just wanted to draw attention to on the draft board in any round that you could see the Patriots doing? The first one I had, just a receiver I mentioned to you guys, Dejon Stribling. He's probably a fourth or fifth rounder. Tall guy, can really go up there and get the ball. They had him in for a 30 visit. I would love if they got him, but he just didn't really make the board on my end. But yeah, he's a guy. Al, do you have anybody else on there that kind of we didn't speak of, whether it's early or late rounds,
I
whatever
mean,
happens to be?
I know we've talked about it a lot in past episodes and everything, but we didn't bring up in the first round potential receiver options like Denzel Boston, Casey Conception,
Mhm.
and everything like that
Yeah.
too. I mean,
Yep.
like you said, Mike, I think if they get one of those two, I think the AJ Brown talk is dead, which I don't want to happen, but
No.
you know,
That is a good point. Do we think any of these guys fall?
I I think one of them falls for some crazy reason. I think one of them does.
Yeah.
I could see Concepcion dropping because I think Denzel Boston is more of a guy that people view as can't miss. And if there is that run on tackles in the first round, maybe Concepcion turns into like a mid second rounder. I don't know. But I definitely don't think Boston falls. I don't think Boston falls past the Bills. I think the Bills will see him and they'll be like, we got to get a receiver because Josh Allen's on the final 4 years of his career, so we got to get him a receiver.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah, no, that was interesting. There was one guy they had in, Gabe Akis. His name, it's spelt Jacas. It's pronounced Gabe Akis. Illinois edge rusher. They had him in for a 30 visit. Wasn't going to bring him up because we had a bunch of them, but he's a guy that people keep talking about, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Liam, do you have anyone else on there that kind of jumped out at you?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of buzz. They're saying he might even be a first round guy
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Dylan Thieneman.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the safety out of Oregon. I love the tape. The tape's fun. I'll always eat up a safety's tape. But I don't think he's probably gonna land with the Patriots. I don't think if we had him on the board, we'd take a safety so early on. I don't think
No.
that's that tremendous of a need, but I did like him. I had like kind of a backup edge rusher here. Josh Joseph from Tennessee that I
Yep.
strongly considered with our first round pick because he has such a high win rate. I liked CJ Allen. Yeah.
A lot of mocks were having him fall to the Patriots at 31, which if he's
Oh,
there,
were they?
oh, dude, I would take him all day.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
day.
the take the Eagle strategy, draft the dogs.
Yes. And so that's the thing. A lot of these guys, like say you have someone like a Monroe Freeling, say he falls to them at 31, then you have
Yeah.
to take him. Like if he falls
Mm.
there, if you have a
And
CJ
then he
Allen
gets to
that
play with
falls
Jared
there,
Wilson again.
if you fall, Exactly. Like, kind
Yeah.
of pair them next to each other or near each other. If you have someone like Emmanuel McNeil Warren, the safety out of Toledo that they had in for a 30, if he's there at 31, you have to take him. He's another guy
Yep.
who's like can't miss, very good, great tape. Fills somewhat of a need as well, but yeah, I think guys, I think we nailed it. I think we're gonna have some guys on here the Patriots will pick. Let me just read them out real quick. So I'm not going to go round pick every time. You
Nah,
guys can put two
just
and two together.
name them.
Zion Young, Akeem Mesidor, Oscar Delp, Jude Bowery, Cage Casey, Alarms Orr, crazy name. Bishop Fitzgerald, Markel Bell, Kalon Black, um, Cyrus Allen, and DJ Campbell. So we have the Patriots taking care of pretty much every position that they need to. Even wide receiver a little later in the draft. A lot of offensive linemen, but that is important with a young quarterback. You got him taking a tight end who can really help him out, and a running back who hopefully can help him out in the future too. So I don't know. I'm happy with it. How do you guys feel about the draft before we get out of here?
I like it. Takes care of a lot of things, and you know what? I think it's another strong draft class that the
Hmm.
Patriots need and the Patriots are going to get.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good one. Liam?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Maybe we went a little edge heavy at the beginning, but I think we're hedging our bet there.
Yeah.
They're going to take somebody, I just don't know who it is. So
Watch them not take any of them and they take like a receiver and then a safety,
I'd
like
be
first
blown
and second
away.
round pick, which
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
I'd be
listen,
yelling at my TV.
I am going to end up being open to a lot of this though, because we don't know with these guys. We don't know how they're going to be. As long as they're at positions of somewhat of a need, I'm fine with seeing how they pan out. And I think that's how
Yeah,
every Patriots fan should be going into this. We've seen this group. It's been a small sample size, 1 year, but last year's draft seems to be pretty serviceable, pretty good to great, depending on how people pan out this year. So yeah, that was the Tuck Rule Takes draft episode. These will be up on all the social medias when you want to look at them as you're listening to this. We'll have the three of our mock drafts up as well as the overall Tuck Rule Takes one. Do you guys have anything else you want to get off your chest about aliens, WrestleMania, football, anything?
definitely none of those first two things.
Yeah, definitely good with that.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go finish watching night two of WrestleMania. Unfortunately, the final one I watched because I think I've grown out of wrestling. So
Fucking finally.
yeah, I know it's been a long road, but I'm at the end of it, the end of the road, as they say.
You are
So
so embarrassing.
for Liam, for Al, I'm Mike. This was Tuck Rule Takes. We will see you next week. Draft recap episode. Can't wait for that. That one should be almost as fun as probably more fun than this one because we'll have tangible things to talk about. And yeah, can't wait to see all the over and under reactions for the Patriots draft. So remember, April
Fire me up,
23rd,
baby.
Thursday, draft starts. 3-day event. We will see you next week, though. Like I said, for the recap. Other than that, we are out. Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.